Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom with 7 kiddos. We have a crazy life around here, and I pretty much just talk about it on this channel. Along with some other things, homeschool related, travel, road trips, large family, mom stuff, etc. Okay, so this is our 4th year of homeschooling. By now, I kind of have an idea how it works. I reevaluate every year, but seems like I'm always changing something because something just doesn't work well for that particular year, or, whatever the case may be. We always have different things going on, and it is what it is. I have 5 things that I feel like are good homeschool habits, healthy homeschool habits that might actually change how your homeschool atmosphere is. I feel like these things have helped to make this homeschool manageable. I don't want to say not stressful, because that's not true. There are definitely stressful moments, but manageable probably being the key word. I love what I do. I am called to do this. I feel like these things have helped me in my homeschool, along with a ton of other things. But I feel like these are my top 5 that have helped to keep my homeschool going smoothly. I use that in quotations because some days it is not smooth, and some days it is rather chaotic, and some days you just have to stop and take a break. That's on my list. So number 1 habit for me, and I've talked about this over and over and over again, is being flexible. Whether you have 1 child or whether you have 8 children or 10 children, whatever. Being flexible is so key. I feel like probably more so for the moms that have more kids, because there is so much going on, because there is always a doctor's appointment, because there is always an extracurricular, anything going on. There's just a lot that goes on. And so being flexible is key for my household. Being flexible in your daily schedule, being flexible in your weekly schedule, being flexible in when you start school. I have had my children born at sometimes very inconvenient times. And you just have to adapt. If you have a child born right at the start of school and you have other kids that you're homeschooling, for me, I take some time off. I usually take about a week off from teaching. Now, if they want to do like independent work, that's fine. But I would take like a week off at least from teaching, and then gradually work myself back into it. Because it's just, you're trying to figure out your schedule. You're trying to figure out all these things with a newborn, and it just doesn't always work according to plan. And so that might be kind of surprising, because I am a very like OCD planner, but in this aspect, in this homeschool world, I do things a little bit differently as it pertains to homeschooling. Now in my regular life, this is my regular life, but aside from homeschool, I am very planner and detail oriented. But I just know that if I do not allow the flexibility, then I will get burnt out very quickly. And so will the kids, because, they have a new sibling and then they have to get right back to work. Like, it shouldn't be like that. So flexibility, a very healthy thing to have. You might, some people might feel like it's slacking. It is not. It is giving yourself space and grace and the ability to change things because you can and because you're in charge. Taking a random day off. I like to call these the mental health days of homeschool, whether it is a teacher day or it is a student day. Sometimes kids have bad days, and it is okay to say, look, I'm giving you this to work on. I want you to work on it as best you can. If you feel like you need to just chill for a little bit, go ahead. Now, I'm not saying allow them every day to, decide whether or not they want to do their work, but a random day where maybe they've had a lot going on extracurricular wise, or, they had a late competition or a late game the day before and they just need to just rest their mind. That's okay. That is a healthy habit. It is not something that means that you are slacking or means that you are just being lackadaisical about. It is noticing when there needs to be something like that in your home. They don't get a day like that in regular school. If they are, at a game until 10 o'clock at night, they still got to be at school at 8 o'clock in the morning. So you don't get that luxury when you're in public school. But also as a teacher, you are allowed to have that too. If you are just mentally drained from whatever, maybe there is illness in your family, maybe there is something big, let's say you work and you homeschool, whether you work at home or you work outside the home and then you come home and homeschool, there are a ton of things that you just might need a mental health day, to be quite honest. And that is okay. That is healthy. That is putting your health first. And you homeschool, so you can do that. You will always catch up when you do things like that. Taking a day off here and there is not going to make or break the homeschool year. Number 3, making sure that everyone is on track. So like I said, right now I'm about to do kind of a reevaluation. I've done a little bit for one of my kids, but I am doing kind of a reevaluation and seeing what works and what works and what does not work currently. And then I will reevaluate again come December and make sure that everything is on track. Now, if everything is on track and everybody's smooth sailing, typically the rest of the year should be okay, because I would assume from past experience that by December, I will know whether or not these curriculums work for my kids and whether or not they are okay with what they're doing. And we're not having any issues. But making sure that everyone is on track. Is there a subject that your child is struggling in that might need some extra help or might need some extra practice? That is a healthy habit. Not saying, oh my gosh, my child can't do this. Like, what am I going to do? No, catch it when it first happens. So if you find that your child is struggling, a month or two in and you notice they are not motivated because they don't like this curriculum piece, or they're struggling with how this curriculum is taught, or, you thought maybe they would like a CD, instruction, or a remote instruction, and they're just not grasping what they need to grasp, then reevaluate and change things. That is healthy. That is part of this homeschool, and making sure and keeping tabs on all of your kids and making sure that they are okay in everything that they're doing. And if they're not, knowing when to step in and to either get them extra help or get them extra practice sheets or spend the one-on-one time with them and figure out what it is that they need to work on. Number 4, not homeschooling for 8 hours a day. Now, I don't know of anyone that does this. If you do, wow, that's a lot. But if that works for you, totally okay. Some people, you know what? Some people might actually like to do a full day, maybe like an 8 to 3 or an 8 to 4, and take a day off. That could be a possibility too. But for me, not homeschooling a full day is a healthy habit in our home. We are usually, depending on what we have going on, we usually try and finish by lunch. My older kids will sometimes go beyond that because they have more stuff that they're doing, and it's more, lessons are longer, etc. So that's the difference there. But overall, trying to pick up on that public school time frame just doesn't work, for us at least. And I feel like for most people it doesn't. That is why you're homeschooling. Also, a big reason is because you can do everything in a shorter amount of time period. You don't need 8 hours unless you're putting in like 2 days worth. You don't need 8 hours for them to do their daily stuff. So much of the public school system is, I feel like, wasted time. Whether it's trying to get kids in order or, walking from the classroom to lunch and then recess and getting them, all in line at recess, and then waiting for, car line and all this stuff. Well, you've knocked out, probably at least a good hour, hour and a half right there. So, not doing an entire day of homeschool is okay. That is a healthy habit. Finally, making it fun. I try and make it fun when I can. Doing certain things, certain themes, certain, time of the year, certain things relating to the time of the year, relating to the season, relating to, whatever it may be. Trying to keep it fun. And that is what I like, on a side note, that is what I like about the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, is that they do a lot of that mixed in with their curriculum, whether it's art, or whether it's recipes or certain things to bake, or, certain activities or whatnot in science or anything like that. They mix that in to where makes it enjoyable. So those are 5 things that kind of keep me sane. 5 habits that I feel like are healthy, that promote and encourage a fun atmosphere in your homeschool, and a more relaxed atmosphere and not so stressful. Because this does not have to be stressful. Some people just get so tied up in trying to make it perfect and, adapt it to be almost exactly like public school, and it's not. And it's far from it. So let me know if you have any other suggestions on things that you think keep your homeschool running well, things that you have adapted into your homeschool that help and encourage and keep it a positive atmosphere for both, you and your kids. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything at all. Let me know down below or shoot me an email, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.